So despite the fact that I do have microphones on this drum kit, I'm not using them because again, I don't have a mixer. My mixer is in storage and I can't be bothered. I'm thinking of placing it. So generally the lower you go, the less cymbal you're gonna get, the more shell you're gonna get. So one of my favorite spots has always been like kind of just here. But I've got like a random stereo spread on this thing. Yeah, maybe like here. So me feels like that's a pretty good spot. That's what we do up here in soundstudios.net Incorporated. I think that's the general vibe. Don't at me. Okay, so the general idea of this video today is that we have this guy, a tape recorder, and a tape, fresh tape. We start by recording drums with this. So this is going to be my drums. These are my mics. It's going to sound fantastic. I could mic up my drums because I do have a full mic'd drum kit, but I don't have a mixer. We got this. We bounce those drums and another track. So I will play to the drums on this guy and bounce that into this guy with another fresh tape. And then once I've got bass and drums, I will then bounce that back to this guy and just keep bouncing them back and forward like some kind of audio baseball. So I had to stop doing the fun things because I have to go to the laundromat. I have to do adult things. So I've got 25 minutes in the car, so I'm gonna write some lyrics and hopefully the phrasing of the lyrics will work with whatever I write later. See you back at the house. Okay, so I've got drums and I've got lead tape. Now that I've done that, I have to route this, the drums I've just recorded, through the system and then route it back out this system into this guy. So I just tried to set up and turns out this doesn't live monitor, which means I can't do what I was planning on doing. Not exactly. So I can still play the drums, but I'll have to like record the drums and then send it back. Actually, I don't even know if that does live. Well, this video is fucking pointless. That's so not fun. Duh. Okay, so new video idea. I'm gonna use this. So this has live monitoring, but I've decided to use the 8-track as the way to do live monitoring into this with 6 tracks of drums, and then I can record that into the DAW, play bass over the top of that into the tape again. So basically, instead of bouncing between 2 tape players, I'm bouncing between a tape player and a computer. Okay, so I've got the drums done. Let's see how they sound. Okay, so now we're gonna track bass, and I've got a melody and I've got a key, E sharp minor, with some fuckery in there, but it's pretty much a C sharp minor with some chromatic. So I've got bass and drums done, so I can go press the button and there's bass and drums. So I'm going to print that's been printed onto the tape player now onto a single track on the computer. And then I'm going to record guitars. I've got to record 2 guitars. Stereo guitars. Like, it's not a problem. It's just more effort. But I want this to sound as good as it can considering the circumstance. So, gonna record guitars. So I am gonna do amp sims, and I realized the dog. That's so fun. That dog, man. I'm gonna like bulk record a bunch of guitars and then bust them into over the top. So I've got the bass and drums. I'm gonna record guitars over this, and then I'm gonna bounce it into it. So okay, so I've done all the rhythm tracks, and now I'm gonna do a guitar solo. I'm just gonna follow it, and I'm gonna try and do it in one take. That's close. Maybe. No. Whatever, that's a solo. I don't even care about guitar solos. I spend all this time getting good at guitar and nobody even likes guitar. Okay, so I've got like 4 guitar tracks. I've got like 2 mains and 2 chorus drop-ins and a guitar solo. So I've got the whole mix now bouncing down to tape. So we're in the final stages of the basic band stuff. So it's been a minute. So I recorded vocals for this song, and I was basically just like, I hate this. So I stopped doing the project. But then I found all the video and the audio, and I was like, it's not that bad. So here I am now. I think it's like 5 or 6, maybe longer. It's been a minute. I'm blonder now. I live in a new house, and I've got the stuff here. I fucking hated this track. I was like, I hate how this turned out. Like, it's such a slop song. It's something I would have wrote when I was 17, like mid-tempo punk song. But I was like, you know what? The whole point was to do some wacky lo-fi shit, and it still sounded good. Like, to show, like, you can do all sorts of weird shit. The whole point of this was, like, it was gonna be like, look what I can do in a weird way and do some wacky lo-fi shit, and it still turns out kind of good. It was a challenge to myself as well to, like, commit to takes. Like, not the takes themselves, but the EQ choices and the compression choices of the takes, which like I'm listening back now and I'm like, oh, I would have done this, I would have done that, etc., etc., but I didn't. So